Welcome back to Houston Life. This weekend, Memorial Park will be filled with color, creativity, and community for the fall edition of the Bayou City Art Festival. More than 250 artists from around the country will be showcasing their talents, including this year's featured artist, Jonah Ballard from Pheonix, Arizona. His signature pink palette and storytelling blends Western spirit with a sense of inner awakening. Gosh, these are beautiful. Jonah is here in studio along with Obes Nwabara, president of the Bayou City Art Festival. Okay, guys, welcome to you both. It's great to meet you. And this is such a great event. Spring, of course, happens downtown. Fall is in Memorial Park. And Obes, we'll start with you. This is kind of like a one-stop shop if you're planning on buying art or even if you just like to look around. Is that right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've got 270 artists, 19 different art disciplines. We've got almost 40 food trucks in the food truck garden area. We've got an active imagination zone for the young and young of heart. Really, the Bayou City Art Festival is something for everybody.
And while we do feature many talented local Houstonians and Texans, you get to bring in folks like Jonah. What was it about his art that stood out to you and the other board members? You just said, hey, he has to be this year's featured artist.
I mean, it kind of was like that. There was a number of other artists that we were looking at, and I remember sitting and talking to some of my other board members. I'm like, this is just not it. It's not like striking, it's not grabbing me. And then, you know, one of our other members was like, what about Jonah? Like, look at this stuff. And like, from the first piece that I saw, I was like, this is the guy. Like, this has to be it. And I mean, you can see for yourself, this stuff is fantastic.
It really is beautiful. And Jonah, I was on your website earlier and your Instagram. I kind of went down the rabbit hole. You have an interesting story because you are one of 4 boys in your family. Your parents had sort of non-traditional career paths. Explain to us what that means and how that inspired your art career.
Oh, we just, when I was 15, my parents decided they wanted to start painting on wood, you know, just selling it at craft shows. So we started doing that and signage, and that got me into exploring this concept that this is a possible thing to do in life.
It seems like most artists also have kind of an evolution, right? So maybe your work from 5 years ago, 10 years ago looks a little bit different than it does now. You clearly have a signature color, pink. It stands out. It's part of your wardrobe. It's part of your artwork. How did that come to be?
Oh, I was playing with the complementary colors of the pink and the green. And, you know, growing up in the desert, it's just, that really stood out. And then it slowly engulfed my soul, and I couldn't get away from it.
Well, it works for you very, very well. I love the juxtaposition of the green as well. Talk to us about these festivals, because I understand this is still kind of like a family business for you guys. You travel to all these different art festivals around the country. When you heard the news that you were selected as this year's featured artist at the Bayou City Art Festival, how did you take that news?
Oh, we had to stop. We were at the zoo with my kids and my wife, and we were like, hey, good news. this is happening. So yeah, had to take a moment.
Hey, good news. And does the family travel with you when you're on the road?
Yeah, a whole entourage.
That's good stuff. Obes, we're seeing some video from the art festival, and we've talked a lot here on Houston Life about how this is just like a come and enjoy and plan your own experience. For first timers who have never been to the Memorial Park location or this festival in general, what is your advice? Because I know that things have changed a little bit this year where you have to buy your tickets online in advance.
That's correct. So I guess technically speaking, you could buy it at the gate, but it would have to be on your phone, right? We don't have physical tickets for sale at the gate. So your best bet is to buy online in advance. I would also say to take care of the parking situation. If you get a VIP pass for $75, that does include your parking. And so you can park, there'll be a bus that shuttles you to and from the festival after you're done. Also, one thing I would also add to that, if you buy art, we do have a station that will allow you to put the art that you buy at that station. You can continue to enjoy the rest of the festival. And then when you're ready to leave, your art will be right there. So you can drive up and pick it up and not have to worry about, you know, taking it from the festival to wherever you park.
So like carrying it back to your car. And I think that's an excellent point. I mean, getting in and out of the festival can be a little bit tricky because of the Memorial Park location. But once you are there, it truly is so incredible and magical. And I like the tip to buy online in advance because you're just saving time that way. Jonah, what do you like about doing festivals like this? Because I understand that, I mean, I wouldn't fancy myself like a professional art collector, but we do happen to have some art from the Bayou City Art Festival hanging on our walls. In fact, from a past featured artist at the festival. What's it like for you to be able to interact with so many different customers or potential customers?
It's just wonderful that, you know, hearing a different ways you can see a piece of work. You know, it all comes from within me, and it's been bottled up for so long, and then you hear all these different points of view of like, what does this mean to somebody? So that's one of the biggest things. But meeting people and seeing smiles, it's really kind of feeds that hunger to keep creating.
And before we let you go, I know you have some very large-scale pieces here in studio today. Do you have smaller items? Do you have postcards, prints? What will people find at your booth?
Yeah, I got a range of prints, sizes, embellished prints, so I even will paint on some prints. Those are available, as well as a handful of original work.
Okay, good stuff. Well, your work is really, really beautiful and interesting. I love this piece we're seeing on the screen right now. This year's featured artist, Jonah Ballard, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations. Obes Nwabara, thank you as well. And in case you're wondering how to find Jonah's booth, you will see it right there when you walk into the festival. You can't miss it, front and center. The Bayou City Art Festival kicks off tomorrow, runs through Sunday at Memorial Park. Tickets must be purchased online in advance. You can buy it at the door, but BayouCityArtFestival.com, that is the website to visit.